Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and I've got some new goodies to share with you from my most recent Erin Condren order. The box was huge, and one of the items that was in the box is not shown here. So I'm not going to try to put that giant box up on this desk, but I've just gotten all of the smaller things out, and I will quickly go through them. There are some that I haven't seen reviewed anywhere, so I thought they might be interesting to some of you. This is one of those beaded bracelets. I have the rainbow ones, but this is the turquoise one that I think is just called the Gold Star bracelet, and it's also a necklace. So you can wear this either way. The beads are glass, and this one just has an asterisk on one side of the charm and a star on the other side. And the beads are sort of different hues of turquoise, and then you get a few gold accent beads and then some white beads, which remind me of opals, because as the light hits them in different places, you kind of see little hints or sparkles of different colors. I've worn these as necklaces, but mostly as bracelets. And the way you wear them as a bracelet is you just kind of put your charm at the top and wrap it around twice. They call it a stackable bracelet, and I've worn more than one before. I think they're really nice and comfortable. The reason I like these a lot is because when I'm playing piano, I don't like a bracelet that's going to jangle or clank or hit against the keys. And this stays out of the way, and the profile on it is so kind of small that I can write with it and it doesn't bother me. So that's the first thing that I ordered, and it makes a nice gift because it says "You are a star, shine on." And this would make a great teacher gift or anyone gift, just anyone you want to encourage. Really nice. And then I could not resist the Star Wars sticky notes. I think my piano students are going to love these if I put little notes on their music on some of these designs. So the case alone is so retro. It takes me back to 1977 or whenever the first movie came out, because that's when I saw my first Star Wars movie. And you kind of get a story as you open it up. So if you look at the back here, isn't that cool? And you have different types of sticky notes. The largest one is the Millennium Falcon. That's my favorite. And there is a lot of detail in there that's sort of outlined in white on a gray background. And then I believe this is a TIE fighter, right? It's been a while since I watched. And this is the planet, what's it called? Is it like Tatooine? Is that it? And then you've got R2-D2, and I think this is kind of the logo of the Force. C-3PO, I don't know what that is. And Darth Vader. This sticky note has some lightsabers on it, and then you just have kind of laser beams going in the background and the Star Wars logo right there. So these are just all sticky notes, that's all they are. But fun, and I think as a piano teacher, I think my students will think I'm slightly cool if I use these. This is something I haven't seen anybody review yet, although on Daily Planning's Instagram channel, I did see that she ordered these, or she has some. These are ultra fine tip markers, and the tip is different than any of the markers that we've had so far from Erin Condren. Looks like this. And I'm going to do a pen test with these and compare them to the fine tip markers as well as the dual tip markers. And there are 12 colors in here. I'm glad you get a black and a blue, and then just some other pretty colors. So I will do a pen test. This I had customized. This is a planning pad that you can use any way you want to. It's fully customizable, but I do this thing called circuit cleaning because I kind of like to turn everything that's a chore into a game. And so here's what circuit cleaning is. Let's say that the messiest spaces in my house are the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. I can put those in these headers. And then what I do is I just take a little tour. I go into each room and I list the worst thing in each room, and it has to be something tiny. something that takes no more than 10 minutes, no, really 5 minutes to do. So that is what I call level 1, okay? So you see the game aspect here. I call that level 1. So let's say it's the spaghetti pan, and then it's the placemat on the floor in the dining room, and then in the living room, the worst thing is that a cushion is off of the sofa. So if I do those 3 things, I have reached level 1. And then I would go to level 2. But you can't go to level 2 in this one until you've done level 1 in all 3 categories. Does that make sense? So I call this circuit cleaning, and I just thought it would be fun to have a notepad that actually says circuit cleaning. But you can put anything up here that you want. That part I added. The notepad itself just is very, very plain. And I think this is a focused collection version, so anything that's in the focused line is more minimalistic and simple looking. Then the last thing that I got is this big 8.5 by 11 interchangeable cover in the Star Wars metallic outlines, and this has gold foiling in it. You can also get 2 other versions, so you don't have to get yellow gold. You can get rose gold or platinum as well, but I like gold. And here's what I'm going to do with this. I will cut it down to be the perfect size for a page lifter for my binder. So this is my weekly life planner that I have in the hourly layout. It's a 7x9 planner inside, but I find that the 7x9 interchangeable covers, when you cut them down, they're a little bit shy of the width that you want ideally. So if you just want your look to be really polished, you would use an 8.5 by 11 cover, cut it down, and punch these oblong holes in it to make a page lifter. So I did that with this Wonder Woman cover, and it just, to me, it looks great. And page lifters, if you don't know, make the Erin Condren binders open and close perfectly. They are just great. So I am going to make a set of Star Wars page lifters. That is all of the smaller stuff that was in the box. And now let's take a look at the large item. Here it is. This is the desktop drawers set that comes in either mid-century circles, like this one, or color blends. And I bought this to go with my printer closet, which is what I call it. I don't know if you guys saw the before and after of my printer closet area. So this is where it's literally a printer and it's in a closet. So I have an old music cabinet with the door taken off that has different types of paper. I have my Cameo so I can cut stickers. And then after I did that before and after video, I also added my laminator. And so this is where I'm keeping this, at least for now, but it's designed to go on a desktop if you want it to. And it has 2 larger drawers on the top that will fit a life planner or an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And then 2 deeper drawers that are not as wide, which is where right now I'm keeping printer ink. So it has these little vegan leather pulls, and this is where I'm putting the ink for my printer. And now I'm opening these slowly because they do not open easily. And in fact, they used to not open this well, but I'll tell you the trick. So I did a little something. I fooled around with this as though I were a planner supply engineer. And I think I figured out how to make these drawers open and close a little bit more easily. Here it is on the top of my piano, so I've gotten it out. So here's what it looks like. You've got this mid-century circles design all around, and the reason I'm showing you that is because you're about to see what I did to it. And brace yourself, because you might not be pleased. I put holes in the back. These are like air holes, and I feel like air has a hard time coming into the vacant space when you pull the drawers out. So I basically just took a Phillips screwdriver and punched it through. I just looked to see where the proper place would be to add air holes in the back. Obviously, if you are going to sit this on your desk and people will be seeing the back of the box, you might decide that this is not a good idea. But in the context of where I'm going to keep it, I think it's fine to do that. So if I use 2 hands, it's not much of a big deal at all to open and close. I just am stabilizing the box with my left hand and opening and closing with my right hand. When you get to these drawers, it's a little bit stiffer. This makes a really great and stylish storage option, but it's not a great option if you intend to open and close these all the time. So printer ink is not something that I need to access every week. It's something that I need to access maybe every 2 weeks. So that is the sort of thing that I will be storing in this. I think it looks pretty, but I just think that you need to be warned ahead of time that the drawers are not at all easy to open. They will close easily, but they do not open easily. Now this one closes super easily. So anyway, it's pretty, that it's not great for opening and shutting with one hand or opening and shutting all the time. Here is an idea. I took out the 2 top drawers and just set them on top of the outer box. And then what I was left with was 2 large shelves where I've put some sticker paper here. So, you know, you can use it in more than one way. So that doesn't look bad at all, I don't think. With the shelves out and stackable, I can just take this out. It's just a tray and, you know, put whatever I want to there. That's an option. And that is my entire order. And next up will be the pen test. So check back for that if you're interested in how these ultra fine tip markers compare to the fine tip markers and the dual tip markers that are from Erin Condren. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.